In Sumter County, South Carolina, heritage and hospitality go hand in hand, and visitors are always welcome. Just ask our spokesperson.
You can't come in a public building.
Don't come near me. Do not touch me.
Send law enforcement over here immediately.
Do not touch me.
Assault me.
Do not touch me.
Do not assault me.
Do not touch me.
He doesn't just handle public relations. He offers hallway etiquette, citizen profiling, and the occasional forensic tantrum.
What happened on January 6th, our nation's capital, a violent insurrection. These two individuals looked exactly like people who invaded the Capitol.
Are you walking around with a camera trying to instigate violence?
A camera is...
Why are you instigating violence? Why are you trying to instigate violence on public property?
Why are you
What are you doing here? Why are you walking around with a camera?
But here in Sumter County, your First Amendment rights are respected, as long as you go through the gatekeeper.
The media is supposed to contact me. I'm the media liaison.
Part of the media. I'm here now.
I don't believe you.
I am.
The men went outside, where Perry made his first of 5 911 calls.
They have cameras. Send law enforcement over here. Law enforcement.
Mr. Perry, you need to walk back on over to the courthouse, sir.
They're trying to flee the scene. I don't want them to leave. They are fleeing the scene.
A public official having a bizarre breakdown.
He followed the men a half-mile away to the gas station, where Sumter police eventually showed up.
He assaulted me 3 times. I have it on camera.
Okay, so you have your ID on you?
No, I don't.
You gotta cooperate all the way. You can't do it your way.
Okay, so I have to violate my rights to cooperate. I don't want to talk to you. You're done. You're dismissed.
What happens when a man who once controlled the story
I spent 20 years as a journalist. I took one look at these individuals. I knew right away they weren't professional members of the media. Professional members of the media would never dress or act like that.
becomes the story and loses control?
Perry, I'm trying to get a hold of you. Is there anything you want to say regarding the case?
I believe the true test of liberty is the right to test it. It's just a test of liberty to see if they respect my rights.
This audit began like many others, quiet, respectful, and of course, completely lawful. No Name Audits, who we're going to call No Name, and Pepperoni Audits, who we're going to call Josh, entered the Sumter County Courthouse without incident. Out of courtesy, not obligation, they let a building manager know they'd be filming.
Are you in charge of this building?
I am in charge of the building.
We film public buildings and document public buildings for like people to watch and stuff. People that don't normally are able to get out and see them.
But yeah, if you want to walk around the hallways, you're more than welcome to. And there is a public building.
Okay. All right. Thank you, sir.
Obviously, permission is not required to enter or film inside a public building. But if nothing else, that brief exchange confirmed what they already knew. It's a public space, and of course, they were free to film.
But yeah, if you want to walk around the hallways, you're more than welcome to. And there is a public building.
Okay. All right. Thank you, sir.
Okay.
But as you'll see, that simple gesture did absolutely nothing to stop what was coming.
Hey, Dad.
Hi, what are you doing?
Just
You
doing
talked to Danny already?
Talk to Danny who?
The building manager, the guy who runs the place.
Stop filming.
Whoa, whoa, buddy, back up.
Whoa.
Don't come near me, buddy. What are you doing?
You want to see it on my video first? You want to see it?
I don't know who you are. I don't know who Danny is.
I don't know who
I
you
work for
are.
county government.
All right. You want to see
You don't
I'm
come
the
up to me.
communications coordinator. You can't come in a public building.
Don't come near me.
Film.
Do not touch me. Do not touch me or I'll defend myself. You already have a black eye for a reason. Back up. Back up.
Don't yell at me.
Back up.
Do not yell at
Back
me.
up.
I can get the guy. I can get the...
No. We're calling law enforcement.
Sumter 911 information. Hello?
Joe Perry, coordinator. There's two people at the courthouse. Cameras don't know who they are. They're yelling, please send law. Someone's trying to attack them. They're yelling at me. They have cameras. Send law enforcement over here immediately.
I'm not yelling.
I work for county government.
Do you want to see the video?
We have trespassers at Sumter County Courthouse. They've yelled at me. They've not identified themselves. They're falsely accusing me of trying to attack them.
You came up to me, sir.
Who they are.
With tensions rising, No Name breaks away to find the security guard who they already spoke to and could vouch for them. But before he can even get there, the situation escalates. Despite Josh having asked to be left alone, Perry follows him downstairs, where he will assault Josh a second and third time.
Who are you?
Who are you?
You have a vest with, it says out 0 F's given.
Can you stop
And
following
you're
me?
accusing me?
Can you stop following me?
You're on public property.
You're
Get
following
law
me.
enforcement here right now.
Crybaby Darren here, everyone.
Oh, why are you leaving then?
I'm not leaving.
Why are you
Don't
leaving?
touch me. Do not touch
not
me.
assault me.
Do not touch me.
Do not assault me.
Do not touch me.
You're trying to assault me.
Leave me alone. Let me back
You're
up.
on public property.
Do not touch me. Back up!
Get law enforcement here.
Tell this dude to back up. Do not touch me.
These guys are lunatics.
He's already attacked me twice.
That's bullshit.
Do not touch me.
Danny said he's coming here. They do not have any permission to be here. Who are these guys?
Dennis said they could have come in, whoever Dennis is. Who?
Dennis, man.
Dennis did not give them permission.
Yes, I
do
got
not
video.
believe you. You're a lunatic. You're
a
unhinged.
lunatic. You have attacked me twice.
I am a communications coordinator.
So you
for county
attacked the
government.
public.
Attack you? That's
You
nonsense.
put your hands on me
know it.
3 times.
That is nonsense.
Three times.
You refuse to say who you are.
That's a lie.
You say I attacked you. That's nonsense.
You did.
That's nonsense.
You clearly have problems with violence. You got beat up. Clearly.
Dennis
I fell down the other day, you idiot.
Yeah, someone
Dennis,
probably
I
pushed
got on
you.
video. Well, he called me. Okay, you want to see it on video? Yeah, let me see it. All right.
A whole lot of noise keeps getting made about this so-called permission from Dennis. And look, legally it doesn't matter. Permission isn't required to film in public, period. I'm only bringing it up because it keeps coming up, hopefully for the last time. Now, the elephant in the room.
You already have a black eye for a reason. Back up. You clearly have problems with violence. You got beat up.
I fell down the other day, you idiot.
Perry says he fell down.
Fell down some stairs.
Fell down some stairs.
Later, he claims it was from skateboarding.
A week ago, I fell skateboarding in my backyard. Injured myself, had the black eye. He kept taunting me and suggesting that was the result of violence, which I also knew a professional member of the media wouldn't do that.
Right.
Like he's trying to make fun of that.
I don't know. I don't buy it. Whether it's a sign of something deeper, who knows? But what we do know is this. Perry can't control his temper or his mouth, and he's already shown he has a hard time keeping his hands to himself. I'll just leave it at that. Outside, the meltdown doesn't stop. He's spiraling, possibly even losing his grip on reality, shouting accusations, contradicting himself, and abusing 911.
Yeah, I'm at the back door of the courthouse. Where's law enforcement? 2 people with cameras who've been trespassing in this building. I just called earlier.
We've had
we
permission.
need law enforcement over here.
We have permission
right
to be in this building.
You are trespassing.
We have permission. How are we trespassing?
I don't believe you.
Whether it's a breakdown or a performance is anyone's guess. But one thing's for sure, it's embarrassing to watch.
You're gonna deal with law enforcement.
For what? You attacked me 3 times.
That's ridiculous and you know it.
It's on camera,
yes.
sir.
You've got a camera, then there's no evidence of it.
If I have a camera, there's plenty of evidence.
I'm not talking to you. Man.
If you want, you can apologize to me.
I really don't know what they're on. They keep repeating the same thing. They're making stuff up.
Where's the police station?
Lies.
Let's just go there.
I'm not sure if they're on drugs or something.
Let's go to the police station.
I have a bruised eye because I fell 2 days ago.
Making false claims
said
already.
Something about, oh, you got beat up. It's ridiculous.
Do not come near me, dude. You already put your hands on me.
Law enforcement. Don't you worry.
Do not put
my camera. You'll be dealing with law enforcement.
I'm going. Let's go to the police station. Come on.
I'm going to guarantee you that law enforcement's going to talk to you. Trying to leave the scene?
I'm not leaving the scene.
If you're not worried about it, where are you going?
Police station.
You came up, you grabbed me.
Why are you wearing a bulletproof jacket?
Because it's legal in the state of South Carolina.
Why are you wearing a bulletproof jacket?
Because it's legal.
Are you trying to instigate violence?
Because it's legal.
Are you walking around with a camera trying to instigate violence?
A camera is...
Why are you instigating violence? Why are you trying to instigate violence on public property?
Why are you assaulting
What are you doing
people
here? Why are you walking around with a camera starting fights with people?
You assaulted me, sir.
Why are you starting fights with people on public property?
Shouldn't you be inside working, sir?
People? Why are you walking around with cameras and refuse to identify yourself?
Because it's
The
2021.
media is supposed to contact me. I'm the media liaison.
Hey, guess what? I'm part of the media. I'm here now.
I don't believe you.
I am.
No self-respecting media organization would send out someone.
And physically assaulted
No
me.
self-respecting media organization would send someone with that on their jacket, and you know it.
I can do anything. It's a free country, buddy.
Why are you lying about me?
I'm not lying about
anything. You know
anything.
that I fell a couple days ago and you're trying to insinuate I was involved in some kind of fight? Why'd you try to assault me? You got nothing, I guess, is that it?
We're gonna see how far you can walk with us then. You wanna keep stalking us.
Yeah, this is Joe Perry. I'm at the library with these 2 guys who came in the courthouse. They're trying to flee the scene.
We're not fleeing the scene. We're going to the police department.
I don't know where they're going. They're fleeing the scene. I want to talk.
We're heading to the police department and report you.
With cameras yelling in the courthouse. You shouldn't have assaulted me.
It's on camera.
I can't believe you would do that, Karen.
Let me tell you something, sir.
Why are you yelling at me?
Let me tell you something.
Why
If
are
you
you
make a false police report, it's on camera.
I'm a public official. If you make a false report,
I'll press charges on you. Nope, I'm gonna press charges on you.
Why are you lying about me?
I'm gonna press charges on you.
Why are you lying?
I'm not lying.
Why are you wearing a bulletproof vest?
Because I want it.
Violence? Are you fomenting violence?
Are you stalking me?
Starting
Have
violence?
you followed me all the way from the courthouse to here?
Why are you fleeing?
We're heading towards the police right now.
Why are you fleeing the scene?
Why aren't you at work?
Why did you try to assault me?
Just because you say it doesn't mean it happened. It's on camera, idiot.
They're trying to flee the scene.
We're not fleeing the scene.
They are fleeing the scene.
You have stalked us for the past hour.
I'm on foot. I'm trying to update you.
Let them know you assaulted me 3 times.
Sir. Okay.
People.
Sir. Mr. Perry.
Law enforcement.
Mr. Perry, you need to walk back on over to the courthouse, sir.
They're trying to flee the scene. I don't want them to leave. They are fleeing the scene.
Calling back on 911 again. For how many times have he called on 911? Now he don't walk to, he's to the gate, says he's following these subjects. You advise that individual to stop following the others. I'm trying to advise him, he's just so irate, don't want to listen. Trying to tell him stop following.
Why don't you talk to law enforcement?
You assaulted
Why don't
me.
you wait for law enforcement and talk to them if you think I'm the one that's wrong?
We're not leaving anywhere, buddy.
You kept walking away. We were at the courthouse.
We're seeing how far we can take you.
We're now at the DHEC building.
We're seeing how far we can take you. Come on, let's keep going, bro. We're gonna take our puppy for a walk. We're already, what, 2-3 blocks away from your job?
Is this what you do for a living?
Yeah, we take dogs for walks.
Instigate people?
Yeah, come on, puppy. Come on, puppy. We're taking you for a walk.
Why are you fleeing the scene?
We're taking you for a walk.
Why don't you want to talk to law enforcement? Are you afraid to talk to law enforcement?
Come on, buddy. We're gonna keep
You're
going.
fleeing the scene. They came into the courthouse yelling and screaming.
You attacked me 3 times. You attacked me 3 times. We have permission to be in the courthouse.
I can't hear you because this guy's yelling at me.
Let him know you attacked me 3 times.
Stop talking.
Perry continues to follow the men for half a mile, all the way to this gas station, where police finally arrive. Perry is not detained. He's not even questioned. He just gets into this unmarked vehicle, which quietly drives away a short while later. Meanwhile, Josh tries to file assault charges, but is met with typical indifference, deflection, and flat-out lies. Something no one knew at the time was that the driver of that vehicle Perry escaped in was the chief of police, a small detail that reframes the entire encounter. If you're wondering why people don't trust the system, this is a pretty good place to start.
What's up, man?
You stand over here for me?
Yeah, I need to get his license plate because he physically assaulted me and you're letting him go. I need to put a PPA against him.
Go ahead, stand over here.
Can you stop him, sir? He assaulted me.
Go ahead over here.
I need you to stop him. He's leaving the scene.
No, he's not leaving.
He's fleeing the scene right now. He's in the car. You got assaulted by that man who's about to flee the scene right now. And your colleague is letting him go now.
That lead corporal is going to talk to him right now, sir.
He's pulling out. He moved his tires. It's sideways now.
Has he moved?
Yeah, he has. The car's physically moved since he stopped.
Since I pulled up, yeah.
See, well, if you look how the wheels are, they're turned.
Okay.
He started to turn.
Okay, so what happened? Explain what happened from your point of view.
All right.
So
he just left the scene, sir. He's leaving the scene. You lied.
But I mean,
yeah.
Right now,
I never said anything.
You said that he wasn't going to leave.
I said my officer's talking to him. That's it.
I want to press a PPA on that guy for assault.
Can you listen to him, please?
You're gonna have to go online and file the proper paperwork.
No, it's a private person arrest.
No, it's not.
Yes, it is a PPA, sir.
All right.
It's where you physically.
It's a civil.
No, it's actually where you arrest them.
Okay, well, guess what? Right now it's going to be a civil issue.
So it's okay for people to grab people and push them around and they just get away with it?
Okay.
I was physically assaulted 3 times. I told him the guy who assaulted me is about to leave the scene. He said no, he's not. He confirmed that he isn't leaving the scene. He just left the scene, ma'am. What's going on?
It's a civil issue.
It's not a civil issue. I wanted to press a PPA, a private person arrest. He assaulted me 3 times. I have it on camera. You guys just let the...
Would you like me to do a report for you?
Well, he just let them go, so I don't even know the dude's name. Did you get his name?
That's easy for me to get. But
Did you get his name, sir?
It's a civil thing. So
did you get his name, sir?
So
I talked to you.
Oh,
I talked to him.
So you didn't get his name when you went over there and talked to him?
How about you just talk to me real quick?
Okay, these guys are incompetent. You sound smart.
Okay, so you have your ID on you?
No, I don't.
Okay. Well, can I get your information for a report?
I'll give you my first name.
I can't do a report with just the first name.
All right.
See, you got to cooperate all the way. You can't do it in your way.
Okay, so I have to violate my rights to cooperate? The guy just physically assaulted me and you let him go.
So
you lied. You lied. You lied. She's the only one being honest here.
That was needed, right?
How come you didn't get the guy's name that assaulted me?
I have all the information. So you need to have
Could I get his name?
information so that we can do a report.
Could I get the guy's name who assaulted me?
Oh, I can't give that information.
All right, how can I get that name?
I can't give it to you, but I can do a report.
I don't want to talk to you. You're done. You're dismissed.
But I can do a report for you.
Okay, You know what? If you had to give out my information, I'm not going to do that.
Okay.
But I do plan on going back to that courthouse and recording. If you could just inform him that we're allowed to, instead of assaulting people from the public or recording.
Okay, if you do go back to that property, he does have the right to tell you
Assault
to leave.
us?
No, not assault you, but tell you to leave, right?
Okay, what happens if he assaults us?
Then we can do a report.
All right.
But I would need all your information, of course, right?
All right.
Does that sound good?
This cop actually tells someone to go online to file assault charges, like he's registering the warranty on a toaster or something.
You're gonna have to go online and file the proper paperwork.
No, it's a private person arrest.
No, it's not.
Then what the hell are you even doing here? What exactly is your job function, if not to take a police report? Why were 3 officers dispatched to the scene if none of them had any intention of providing service or helping anyone other than protecting a deranged 911 abusing stalker? We don't pay police to stand around, lie to our face, and make excuses for a guy who just committed a crime on video. All 3 of these disgraceful liars are part of the problem, and all 3 chose to obstruct justice today. But sure, tell us again how it's just a few bad apples. The quiet collusion and systemic failure notwithstanding, they really thought sneaking Perry out the back would be the end of it. But the thing about trying to bury a story like this is that sometimes it ends up on the news.
A First Amendment auditor accused a county spokesman of assaulting him inside the Sumter County, South Carolina courthouse. The county opened a criminal investigation, but the case seemed to have vanished.
But it reappeared right in the middle of a Queen City News investigation.
Joshua Roberts is a First Amendment auditor. He, like thousands of others across the country, uses a camera to test whether government officials understand the public's right to record in public places.
A lot of people may look at this and say, man, these guys are a bunch of troublemakers, a bunch of instigators. Why do you do what you do?
I believe, the true test of liberty is the right to test it. So I go out and I express my rights. I just go out, film in public, and like I said, it's just a test of liberty to see if they respect my rights. I wasn't the one causing a disturbance. I was peacefully walking around the hallways, quiet, taking pictures of what's hanging up. And then it just, like I said, went from 0 to 100. I had someone grabbing and touching me, and
he made contact with you a few times, you see in the video.
I would say about 3 times in total. The contact wasn't super aggressive. The second time he came at me, I would say was the most aggressive time. It's when he actually came and tried to grab my body camera on my chest. Kept on telling him back up, and he kept progressively walking in front of me, and he would stop, so we would collide.
Harry followed the men a half-mile away to the gas station, where Sumter police eventually showed up.
And we all know what happened there. So Josh went ahead and filed the report on his own with the Sumter County Sheriffs 2 days later.
The county official under investigation.
You had the right to remain silent.
Joe Perry has always been the one in control of the story, but now he is the story, and he's about to realize he's no longer in control. Perry was called in for questioning by an investigator to give his version of events. His statements are bizarre, they're revealing, and they all seem to fall into a few very specific categories. It's like watching someone compartmentalizing in real time. His skewed recollection is a carefully edited version of reality.
I encountered these 2 individuals on the 2nd floor, introduced myself. There's several times he was like, "Who are you?" Well, I told him right away. I said, "I'm Joe Perry. I'm the communications coordinator for Sumter County government. What are you guys doing? What's going on?" And I said, "Could you please stop filming while we talk?" And of course, the video does not show our initial encounter because I just walked up and said, "Hey, I'm Joe Perry."
Hey, Doug.
Hi, what are you doing?
We talked to Danny already.
Talk to Danny who?
The building manager, the guy that runs the place.
Stop filming.
Whoa, buddy, back up.
Whoa.
Don't come near me, buddy.
What are you guys doing? What's going on?
Hi, what are you doing? Stop filming.
Whoa, buddy, back up. Don't come near me, buddy.
And I said, "Could you please stop filming while we talk?"
You can't come in a public building.
Don't come near me.
Film.
Do not touch me.
This allegation of assault, if there was inadvertent contact, it was totally an accident.
Okay. According to video, it looks like there is some contact that's made. It looks like you maybe put your hands up or...
If I was gesticulating with my hands, that's one thing. I know I did. At one point, I put my hand in front of the camera and said, "Could you please stop filming while we talk?" or something to that.
Stop filming. You can't come in a public building.
Don't come near me.
Film.
Do not touch me.
Well, he immediately started yelling and screaming at me.
Do not touch me or I'll defend myself.
It was unintelligible.
Back up.
Don't yell at me.
Back up.
I know you said that you were trying to keep them from fleeing the scene.
Mr. Perry, you need to walk back on over to the courthouse, sir.
They're trying to flee the scene. I don't want them to leave. They are fleeing the scene.
You said that you were trying to keep them from fleeing the scene. Was there at one point where you were actually holding them or trying to keep them in place? There's one part where you're kind of standing in front of him, and he's trying to get around you. Are there any intentions of, like, you know, physically stopping them from leaving?
I mean, I think there was at least 2 times where he pretty much walked into me.
Okay.
Are you going to see that on his video? Of course not.
Oh, why are you leaving then?
I'm not leaving.
Why are you leaving?
Don't touch me. Do not touch me.
assault me.
Do not touch me.
If there was inadvertent contact, it was totally an accident. He pretty much walked into me.
Why are you
Don't
leaving?
touch me. Do not touch me.
assault me.
Do not touch me.
Are you going to see that on his video? Of course not.
Well, why are you leaving then?
I'm not leaving. Don't touch me. Do not touch me. Do not touch me.
Not assault
Do
me.
not touch me.
He accused me of being on drugs.
I really don't know what they're on. They keep repeating the same thing. They're making stuff up.
He accused me of being on drugs.
I'm not sure if they're on drugs or something.
With the facts now thoroughly rearranged, Perry does what you'd expect. He doubles down, recasting himself as the lone protector, standing between the public and an unimaginable threat. At this point, it's less about what happened and more about why he wants you to think it did.
I'm extremely mindful of what happened on January 6th, our nation's capital. And it was a violent insurrection. These 2 individuals looked exactly like people who invaded the Capitol. What do they want? Why are they in the courthouse walking around filming?
Right.
I mean, it makes no sense.
Right.
The main thing I saw was a bulletproof vest with patches on it. And you'll forgive my language, but one of them said, "No fucks given." I saw that and I went, uh-oh, he's letting the world know that he's anti-establishment, anti-government, whatever. I don't know why a civilian is walking around the courthouse filming the place. Perhaps they're expecting violence. I don't know why he's wearing a bulletproof vest. Maybe he's casing the place. In my mind, quite simply, these are dangerous people in a government building with unknown motives.
Did they make any threats to you?
I mean, I would say the tone of their voice was threatening. In the heat of the moment, I was greatly concerned that these were anti-government, anarchists. This guy's, by the way, also, he's got a backpack on. I don't know what's in the backpack. When I see someone with a bulletproof vest in a government building come in a little more than a month after a group of people who look exactly like he did invaded our nation's capital, red flag, red flag, red flag.
With the imaginary threat neutralized, Perry now turns inward to make sure he's not the real problem. He shifts focus once again, this time to damage control.
My main concern was there's renovations going on in the main courtroom on the 3rd floor. I didn't want any members of the media going up there, raise a liability issue. There's construction going on. And this allegation of assault, I mean, the guy's wearing a bulletproof vest. And if I assaulted him, there's no physical duress. He's not injured in any way, shape, or form. This guy's wearing a bulletproof vest, but he claims I assaulted him. It's ludicrous.
Right.
A week ago, I fell skateboarding in my backyard. Injured myself, had the black eye. He kept taunting me and suggesting that was the result of violence. I fell down skateboarding and, had a black eye. He kept suggesting that it's the result of a fight or something. And I'm thinking, good God, I'm 48 years old. I'm a dad. Like, who?
Yeah.
What are you talking about? A fight? I mean, my God, And again, my main concern was there's construction going on the 3rd floor. I didn't want them to go up there because that is definitely off limits to the public.
Right.
I've gotten numerous threatening voicemails and at least one threatening email. So those are the type of people they are, and they're expletive filled. You son of a bitch, we're gonna get you, you piece of shit. These people are calling my office at 11 o'clock at night and cussing me out. There's this one guy that's cussing me out and he's saying things like, "We're coming for you, Joe Perry," or "We're gonna get you," or something. It was definitely threatening, menacing in nature. This guy wants to make this to be a First Amendment issue. Then why are all of his supporters threatening me with violence?
Joe Perry, next time somebody comes in with a camera, you're going to let them in there. That place is a public place, all right? And any public place, there's no expectation of privacy. So fucking smarten up and stop harassing people like that. Because you will be charged and you will be sued. You stupid fuck.
So by now, Perry has already rewritten what happened and why it happened. And the longer you watch, you realize what this was really about all along. In fact, it becomes clear from the first moments of the interview.
So, in your own words, I'll just let you start and just tell me what happened.
Well, first of all, the video is heavily edited. You have to question someone's credibility. I spent 20 years as a journalist. The many things that he did and said would never pass muster in the world of professional media.
Because before he even tells his side of the story, Perry's answering questions no one asked. It would seem he wants to make one thing clear: who counts as real media and who doesn't. And once you notice it, you realize it's everywhere.
Perry identified himself as the county's media liaison, explaining he's the person people are supposed to call before coming into a Sumter County building with a camera.
Why are you walking around with cameras and refuse to identify yourself? The media is supposed to contact me. I'm the media liaison.
Hey, guess what? I'm part of the media. I'm here now.
I don't believe you.
I am.
No self-respecting media organization would send out someone.
Physically assaulted
No
me.
self-respecting media organization would send someone with that on their jacket, and you know it.
I can do
And
anything.
So do
It's
I.
a free country, buddy.
Is this a man who's trying to save the day? Or is this a man who's desperately trying to stay relevant in a world that no longer needs him?
You know, if I would try to do something like that, you'd be fired immediately. When I deal with media, it's pretty obvious. They drive up in a WIS car, a WLTX, and I know plenty of these people. I took one look at these individuals, and I can tell you, sir, I knew right away they were not. They said, "We're the media." And I said, "Okay, what organization?" They refused to give their names. They refused to say what organization they were with. I knew right away they weren't professional members of the media. This guy's got a bulletproof vest on. Professional members of the media would never dress or act like that. I knew right away that they're not honest people. They're not members of the media. If WIS or WLTX or the item, anyone, I've been in this job 4 years. I've dealt with a lot of members of the media. I've never had anyone act like that. It's way, way out of line.
Right.
And that's another thing is when you're a member of the media, you have one of these with your name and your organization and your picture. I spent roughly 20 years as a newspaper reporter. And that's one of the things you do right off the bat when you're out in the general public is you say, "Hey, I'm Joe Perry, Florence Morning News." You have to do that.
Right.
And you have to have some sort of identification. A professional member of the media wouldn't do that. And again, I knew they weren't professional members of the media. You know, let's say this guy was a journalist and a member of the media. You never threaten violence with people or make it personal or taunt people. You stick to the facts.
Right.
The case against Perry was sent to the prosecutor's office, where it sat untouched for 15 months, an absurdly long time for a misdemeanor-level investigation involving clear video evidence and a single suspect already known to law enforcement. A case like this should realistically only take a few weeks to review,
suggesting the public could view this delay as the county protecting one of its own.
Had we never asked a solicitor about this case, where do you think it would be today?
I think it would still be ongoing. It would be it would be the very last piece of paper in their deck.
The solicitor says it took this long because of other higher priority cases.
The county solicitor, what most states call a district attorney, ultimately declined to prosecute. The official statement effectively justifies Perry's behavior, downplaying the physical interaction. It also fails to mention the 5 separate 911 calls, the stalking, or Perry's prior verbal aggression. There's no mention of civil rights implications, and no acknowledgement that Perry was acting in his role as a government official.
We filed an open records request to see Joe Perry's personnel file. There's nothing in the file documenting this encounter. I asked Solicitor Chip Finney, whose office is in the same building as Joe Perry, whether it's a conflict for the county to investigate one of its own, and whether Finney or some other prosecutor should have made the charging decision. The solicitor did not respond to those questions.
You heard that right. They made this disappear. No discipline, no charges, no accountability, not so much as a mark on his record. They investigated themselves and found no wrongdoing. As of the making of this video, Perry is still in the same position in Sumter County, more than 4 years later.
Perry, I'm trying to get a hold of you. What about the situation with Joshua Roberts? Is there anything you want to say regarding that case? Is there anything you would have done differently that day when you encountered these men?
That's right.
Nothing?
This guy's, by the way, also, he's got a backpack on. I don't know what's in the backpack.
Joe Perry is what I call a gatekeeper of the press, a public official acting as a content filter for the government, deciding who gets to report on what, or whether they can report at all. I've covered this phenomenon before on this channel, when a self-appointed guardian of real journalism is suddenly confronted with the reality that their influence is slipping away and their job is becoming obsolete.
If you're generally trying to be a member of the media, I need you to act like one and be respectful. This is a waste of government tax dollars what you're doing right now. I'm trying to help you. How can we help you get what you need?
And it's no coincidence. Citizen journalists, First Amendment auditors, and the growing public awareness that freedom of the press is a right everyone has. No credentials required. Perry may not be the first press official to show his true colors in public, but he might be the loudest. Thanks for watching this video. Be sure to go subscribe to the auditors' channels and show them your support. Thanks again. This is Showcase Audits. Until next time, know your rights. I'm out.